People gathered in Newtown in Johannesburg this morning to take part in the Africa Day Solidarity Walk. The General Industries Workers Union of South Africa has called for unity amid the high crime as well as socio-economic challenges that are currently facing the continent. GIWUSA representative Mametlwe Sebei addressed various organizations, including students and activists that took part in the Solidarity Walk. The walk began at Mary Fitzgerald Square to Constitution Hill in Braamfontein, and it comes on the eve of Africa Day, which is celebrated annually on the 25th of May.
Everything that is happening in this continent is all the more reason for us. This day is not a day of celebration just of past victories. Of course, we have every reason to be proud of where the masses of this continent are coming from. The heroic struggle that shook off the yoke of colonialism were profoundly revolutionary. And I think a lot has changed. The continent is a different world. But there are challenges. The continent is still under a heel and a yoke of imperialism. The states we have, they have no colonial character. That is to say, you have a state where the economy, the minerals, the land are under monopoly of predominantly foreign-owned, multinational corporations that are plundering the land, that are dispossessing the land, our people of the land in a colonial-style manner, but also where we are not profiting, from the exploitations of the minerals and the riches of this land, right? But more than that, it's also the undermining of development itself. Look at this country. It has been condemned to being a quarry and a gardening in effect, when big multinational mining monopolies simply extract minerals, ship them off raw as they are, and all of that raw exports means lack of beneficiations, right, in communities where mining takes place. That's the reason there's no diversification of economy, there is no industrialization, and that is millions of jobs we desperately need to abolish unemployment, to abolish poverty and lack of development. But also it's about gardening, where basically Africa, on the basis of a cheap black migrant labor system, is being reduced to an export of fruits and vegetables to feed Europe, US, China and everybody else except the starving and the hungry masses of this continent. We need to take the ownership of the economy. We need to take the ownership of the land, and that unfortunately can only be done by the organized working class as the only revolutionary class, which I think through its civics, through its trade union, through solidarity across the continent internationally, it can organize to seize political power, but also economic power through nationalizations of the mines, the banks, the factories, the farms, on the basis of public ownership and democratic control and management of the working class, to ensure we build economies that can work for all the people, that can feed the people, that can abolish unemployment, build houses, roads, and every infrastructure we need to lift the masses of this continent from poverty and to heights the standards of living currently unimaginable.